From the north side of the San Francisco Bay to Singapore, welcome to Urban X Real Talk Fitness Radio with your host, business owner, lecturer, author, master trainer, Tiaja. With over 30 years of experience in the health and fitness industry, he will challenge the fitness between your ears. So prepare your mind, body, and soul for the revolution of self-care, the evolution of fit, with real talk about real people, real health, real fitness, and the real deal behind our present illness culture. Real talk every time, all the time. Get weekly insights on how to shift your thinking, emoting, eating, training, hydrating, goal setting, and resting for you, the everyday athlete. You can cheat your fitness, but you can't steal your health flow. It's Tuesday, 9 a.m. Let's flow.
Welcome to Urban X Real Talk Fitness Radio, where we challenge the fitness between your ears. I'm your host, Tiaja. For the past several weeks, I've attempted to dispel some of the mythos and outright lies surrounding the topic of weight loss versus body fat loss. There is a distinct difference, you know. I share countless stories from my trainer's vault, client experiences, as well as those stories from all over the globe that I believe would provide greater clarity to this often misunderstood and misleading topic. One fact that surprised most people was how the latest research actually favors some body fat over being rail thin. Now, of course, this came as no surprise to me because for decades I've been helping my clients understand the important differences between so-called good and bad fat. That fat wasn't some foreign invader whose sole purpose was to destroy your health. On the contrary, fat plays an essential role in maintaining both body and brain health. I also explained the difference between white, brown, and beige fat. If you didn't catch those episodes, I strongly suggest that you check out our archives at tiajae.podbean.com and catch up on all you missed. Now, before I move on, however, let me cite one additional study that further lends credence to what I've shared over the past several weeks. There is another study that has found a positive connection between obesity and immunity. In 2003, Stuart Weisberg and colleagues from Columbia University discovered that fat was not inert as most popular science had believed up until that time. In the fat tissues of animals who had become obese, they found an abundance of a particular immune cell called macrophage, which are responsible for engulfing and neutralizing dangerous particles, usually viruses or bacteria particles. What they found was that fat tissue of the obese contained very large amounts of these cells. But this is what I found extremely compelling. In the fat cells of lean animals, only 5% were macrophages, but in the obese animals, more than 50% were. And when you take into account the other immune cells present in fat of the obese, well in excess of 50% of the cells were actually immune cells. To put this in perspective, there are very few organs where more than 50% of the cells are immune cells. A typical organ may only contain as little as 5%. The mere thought is astonishing. Now here's something to consider. What if your body is holding on to its fat in order to protect you from some disease like cancer or diabetes? Is it possible for your body to be so intelligent and powerful that it can overrule your will and desires? Interesting food for thought for sure, but do you think it's plausible? Think about that. Not suggesting that you should go out and eat anything and everything in excess because gaining an abundance of body fat is going to benefit your health in the long term. Of course, there is a point, a diminishing return, where having too much body fat not only impairs body function, but to the point of this entire series, excess body fat is a sign that there is an imbalance, which is the predisposition for disease. Not to mention that by the time your body becomes obese, your fat has completely changed the way your body communicates with your brain. Today will be just another day unless you decide today that it won't be. It is Tuesday, April 9th, 2019. Let's flow.
Hey guys, Dr. Berg here. Listen, I have a question. How many times have you attempted to lose weight and it didn't work out? How many failures do you have in the area of weight loss? Once, twice, 100? As we age, it becomes more difficult to lose weight. If your metabolism is stuck and you plateaued, I need your undivided attention because I'm going to show you a completely different way to approach weight loss. And this is going to change the course of your attempts. You need a happy ending to the struggles. All I want is for you to be willing to learn something new. If you still even have the slightest consideration that you cannot be helped, watch this video to the entire end and you will have the confidence that it will work for you. I promise that. So get out a pen and paper and take notes because I need your undivided attention. Hi, my name is Dr. Berg. I've been in practice for 27 years. I trained over 2,500 doctors in the area of alternative medicine. I taught at Howard University in the area of nutrition as a part-time professor. I have a best-selling Amazon book on hormones and weight loss. And I also have over 30 million views on YouTube. And I have a confession to make. I used to be a junk food junkie. I was the worst. I was a sugar fiend. I would eat tons of junk food, and I had no awareness of health. But it caught up to me when I was 28 years old. I'm 29 now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm 52. When I was 28, I started developing arthritis, inflammation, chronic adrenal burnout, chronic fatigue syndrome. My digestive system was all inflamed. I had arthritis in my fingers. I started getting this pizza crust around my midsection. I mean, I was trying to gain weight in high school, and then now I'm trying to lose weight. I was like, what is going on with my body? But I cheated so much, and I justified it. I used to say, well, I'll eat healthy when I graduate from college, right? And then it went from, I'll eat healthy when I get older. Well, that only lasted so long. So what that led me to was some huge discoveries in the area of health that I want to share with you, and specifically weight loss. So here's what I discovered. You ready? Are you sitting down? People don't lose weight to get healthy. They have to first get healthy to lose the weight. It's get healthy first and then lose the weight second. Why? Because your weight is a symptom. It's not the cause. It's a symptom of an unhealthy body. Losing weight is actually very unnatural to the body. The body doesn't like to lose weight. It goes against its purpose to survive. So it doesn't like to lose anything. So the weight is the tip of the iceberg. The real thing is something that I'm going to show you next. The reason has to do with a very specific hormone that's holding down your metabolism. There are two sets of hormones. Hormones that make you gain weight and hormones that help you lose weight. Most mainstream advice focuses on the calories, but they ignore the hormone triggers. Instead, they try to stimulate the metabolism. They try to give you an appetite suppressant. They're trying to, do some type of trick to trick your metabolism through some exercise, but that is never going to work. Now, I'm going to show you the secret, but I need your full attention. If you checked out, check back in right now, because this is vital. So the hormone that stops you from losing weight is called insulin. A lot of people know this as relating to diabetes, but it has another function, a huge function, and it is the hormone that puts fat not only on your body, but mainly your midsection. It also prevents you from losing weight. It's called the fat storage hormone. And here's what people don't realize. In the presence of even a tiny little bit of insulin, all fat-burning hormones are shut down. What does that mean? It means that if you were to consume half a glass of juice, a glass of wine, a bagel, even a piece of fruit, if you have a problem with this hormone, you're not going to lose weight for the next 48 hours. So when you see someone with belly fat, you can be 100% sure that that person has too much insulin. So the insulin goes up, a person gains weight. When the insulin goes down, they lose the weight. Let's just look at this book called Guyton's Physiology, the authority medical book in every medical school. All aspects of fat metabolism are greatly enhanced in the absence of insulin. So we need to create an absence of insulin to lose weight. Based on the information on insulin, you can predict what diet is going to work and which one is not. So if you took the Atkins diet, or Weight Watchers, or paleo, or vegan, or ketogenic, the question is, does any of these lower insulin? Those are the ones that are going to work. Insulin is the switch that determines whether you burn fat or you make fat. So the next question is, what lowers insulin?
If you want to hear the second part of Dr. Berg's solution to fat loss, tune in next week as I, along with Dr. Berg, attempt to once and for all assist you in getting unstuck. But here are my 2 cents, and feel free to keep the change. The fact that so many people have been programmed to believe that fat is the enemy, whether consumed on your plate or hanging around your thighs, is troubling at best. The psychological disorder known as dysmorphia, where no matter what you do or how much you change, you still see yourself as too fat or too thin, was created and continues to be reinforced by the health and fitness industry. And though no one is ever completely happy or satisfied with everything about themselves, it becomes problematic when your self-talk becomes habitually negative and your self-image suffers because of what you think about yourself. You now know that fat is not the enemy, that being overweight doesn't disqualify you from deserving to be loved or appreciated by other human beings or yourself. But this is what I want you to really get. You have within you the power to change everything about you if you so choose. The way to change your body is so commonsensical that mostly everyone misses it. Why? Because of the purposeful manipulation of your psychological and emotional buttons by the health and fitness industry. What you don't realize is working out consistently and eating consciously is the easy part. I'll further explain that next week, but here's what I hope is your big takeaway from today. Imagine that you knew in detail everything about your health, your energy, and about every factor that is draining your intellectual, physical, emotional, and spiritual power. Now imagine having the power and forethought to stop it. That's where your health journey begins. It begins when you have had enough of being stuck and you decide that you're going to live each and every moment from this day forward as a sacred prayer to somewhere else. Dear friends, I wish above all things that you prosper just as your soul prospers. You've been listening to Urban X Real Talk Fitness Radio with your host, Tiaja. Like and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, Snapchat, as well as all of your other favorite social media, and leave a comment. Also, please show your support by hitting that subscribe button and sharing this podcast with family and friends, or download our app at tiajae.podbean.com. Finally, don't forget to stop through our flagship website at www.urbanxfitness.net, where you will find our online stores, the Urban Experience Fit Stores 1 and 2. Once there, you can download our unique home and gym workouts, our dietary menus, as well as purchase of remarkably bold teas and spark your own revolution of self-care. Then head over to our small library of my hand-picked, personally endorsed nutritional products. Okay, got it? Okay, then get it. Until next week, as always, walk in health and peace.